So, what if I told you that everything you think you know about financial freedom is wrong? Yeah, the giant bank account, the fancy car, that whole mountain of gold idea. What if it's all just a myth? What if chasing that magic number is actually a trap? Because as it turns out, real freedom has almost nothing to do with how much money you have.
This quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that feeling of being a puppet, pulled around by the strings of your bills, your debts, and just waiting for that next paycheck. That moment you realize you're not actually in the driver's seat, that's when the hunt for real freedom begins.
But here's the thing. The key to unlocking this whole thing isn't some complicated stock market secret or winning the lottery. Nope, it's actually a single, surprisingly simple question. And stick with me because I promise I'll tell you exactly what that question is at the very end. All right, so let's start by just tearing down this old, outdated idea of freedom. We're all sold this story, right? That freedom is some destination you get to after a 40-year grind once you hit a specific number in your retirement account. But what happens when that finish line just keeps moving further and further away? This is what living in that cage feels like. You know the feeling. That alarm goes off and your first thought isn't excitement, it's just obligation. It's that constant low-grade hum of anxiety in the back of your mind, knowing you're just one flat tire away from a financial crisis. That's not really living, is it? It's just getting by. So if financial freedom isn't about the money, then what is it about? Well, to answer that, we have to completely shift our focus. We need to talk about the one single asset that once it's gone, you can never, ever get back. Okay, look at this. This is the trade-off we've been getting wrong. On the left, you've got the myth, the golds, the car, the endless work. But the truth? It's all about autonomy. I mean, sure, a nice car is cool, but having the power to say no to a project or a job that's crushing your soul, that's real power. It's not about some finish line in the distant future. It's about designing a life today that you actually want to live. And this is the absolute core of it all. The real goal isn't to pile up dollars. It's to buy back your time, your hours, your days, your years. The power to decide how you spend every single minute and who you spend it with, that is the ultimate prize. And this is what that freedom actually feels like. It's that quiet confidence that a surprise bill won't send you into a panic. It's being able to go to your kid's baseball game in the middle of the afternoon without secretly checking your work emails. It's the huge shift from being a spectator in your own life to becoming the architect. Okay, so that all sounds great, right? But how do you actually get there? How do you start breaking the bars of the cage? Well, the good news is it doesn't start with some big dramatic moment. It starts with a quiet, personal decision. Look, the escape plan doesn't begin with a lucky break or landing that perfect job you've been dreaming about. It starts right now by just taking a simple, honest look at your own habits. The whole journey begins right where you are, with exactly what you have. It's about switching from just passively hoping things will get better to actively building a better reality. And it all builds through this really simple process. First, you ask that one tough question, and we're so close to revealing it. Then, you get brutally honest with yourself by tracking every single dollar. Not to feel bad about it, but just to get the facts. From there, you start cutting out the spending that doesn't actually make you happy. And finally, you take that money you freed up and you put it to work for you so it can start building your future. You know, what's so amazing is that the payoff is immediate. And it's not just financial, it's mental, it's emotional. This quote just captures that feeling perfectly. It's like this incredible lightness, this sense of possibility. Every little bit of debt you clear is like taking a heavy backpack off that you didn't even realize you were carrying. And all of this brings us to the ultimate goal. Once you've taken back control and you've got your money working for you, you finally get to step into the role you were meant for, the director of your own life. This is what it is all for. The cage door swings open. Your job becomes something you choose to do, not something you have to do. Just imagine waking up on a Tuesday morning and the day is full of possibilities, not obligations. You have options, you have autonomy. That right there is the very essence of freedom. Your entire perspective just shifts. You stop thinking about just surviving until Friday. Instead, you start thinking bigger. You start designing what you want your life to look and feel like 5, 10 years from now. All right, here we are, the moment you've been waiting for. We've torn down the myth, we've redefined what freedom truly is, and we've laid out the first few steps on the path. And it all hinges on having the courage to ask yourself one simple, honest question. That's it. So simple, right? It's not, how do I make more money? It's, where is my money really going? This one question forces you to confront everything: your habits, your values, and the gap between the life you're living and the one you truly want. Answering it with total honesty, that is the first and most powerful step you can possibly take. So, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this: financial freedom is a change in your mindset long before it's a number in your bank account. It's the conscious decision to stop letting your money just disappear and instead to start using it piece by piece to build a bridge to the life you actually want. And that brings us to our question for you today. You're the director now, so what does your director's cut life look like? If money was no object, what is the very first thing you would do differently? I really want to know. Drop your answer in the comments below. Let's see what kind of life we can start designing.